Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and then now, welcome to the vocabulary lesson. Now we're up to vocabulary lesson 130. So, we're going to be talking about potassium, okay? With high potassium and low potassium, all right? So, now here we go. Potassium is a chemical element with the symbol K and atomic number 19. Potassium is a silvery white metal that is soft enough to be cut with a knife with little force. Potassium metal reacts rapidly with atmospheric oxygen to form flaky white potassium peroxide in only seconds of exposure. Potassium A, chemical element in orange juice. There is potassium in orange juice. Potassium is a chemical with atomic number 19. It is a soft silvery white metal that the body needs. You can get potassium from eating bananas. Potassium is a chemical element. I didn't have enough potassium today, which is the other good foods like spinach, soybean, and oranges. Oranges has potassium and vitamin C. Potassium is a nutrient found in bananas. It's normal to have moderate levels of potassium. High potassium can trigger a risk factor to your health. High potassium is a great measurement of the amount of that element inside something. There was a high potassium level in the food she was eating. Low potassium causes irregular heartbeat. There are risk factors when potassium is too low. The body needs more nutrients. It is a high level of the electrolyte potassium in the blood. Nausea is one symptom of high potassium. Low potassium is a measurement that shows a small amount of the element in something. There is low potassium levels in the food. A blood level that is below normal in potassium, an important body chemical. His potassium levels were low, and that's why he always tired. Mangoes and bananas have potassium in it. The high potassium is not good. All right, so remember that. Your potassium in your blood test is normal. The potassium in my blood test is normal. But in my blood test, it has a high cholesterol in me. Treatments. Seeking medical care. See a doctor immediately if you. Number 1, develop an abnormal heart rhythm. Number 2, have low blood pressure. Make an appointment to see a doctor if you. Number 3, have fatigue or weakness. Number 4, get muscles cramps. Number 5, are constipated. Brandon started eating bananas to get more potassium in his diet. That's the one. So, I'm going to talk about high potassium and low potassium. High potassium can have causes that aren't due to underlying disease. Examples include eating a high potassium meal or medication side effects, a high level of the electrolyte potassium in the blood. A low potassium, also called hypokalemia. Overview. Treatments. A blood level that is below normal in potassium, an important body chemical. The problem can result in fatigue, muscle cramps, and abnormal heart rhythms. Common causes. Low potassium can have causes that aren't due to underlying disease. Examples include inadequate dietary intake of potassium, vomiting, diarrhea, medication, side effects, eating licorice or caffeine. That's what it is. Banana has potassium. Banana is healthy. Banana is the electrolytes. Bananas are rich in potassium, and that's the part of our electrolytes that the body needs to be replenished. And then, let's see here. All right. Low potassium. Hypokalemia refers to a lower than normal potassium level in your bloodstream. Potassium helps carry electrical signals to cells in your body. It is critical to the proper functioning of nerve and muscle cells, particularly heart muscle cells. Normally, your blood potassium level is 3.6 to 5.2 millimoles per liter, mmol/L. A very low potassium level, less than 2.5 mmol/L, can be life-threatening and requires urgent medical attention. So now, as I did the research online about potassium, potassium-rich foods, food sources of potassium, how much you need on the label, why you need potassium. See? Potassium-rich foods. I'll show you right now. Those are the potassium-rich foods right here that you see that there's an avocado there, banana there, and this one must be salad, and one of those beans and berries and stuff and nuts, and whatever that thing is that's inside the bowl, and the other one that's in the jar. If you're like most people in the US, you likely don't get enough potassium in your diet. Like calcium and sodium, potassium is a mineral that's found in some foods. Having the right amount of potassium in your diet helps to keep you healthy. So it's crucial to eat plenty of potassium-rich foods. Food sources of potassium. Many of the foods that you already eat contain potassium. The foods listed below are high in potassium. If you need to boost the amount of potassium in your diet, make healthy food choices by picking items below to add to your menu. Many fresh fruits and vegetables are rich in potassium. Bananas, oranges, cantaloupe, honeydew, apricots, grapefruit, some dried fruits such as prunes, raisins, and dates are also high in potassium. Cooked spinach, cooked broccoli. Here it is. Cooked spinach, cooked broccoli, potatoes, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, peas, cucumbers, zucchini, pumpkins, leafy greens. Juice from potassium-rich fruit is also a good choice. Orange juice, tomato juice, prune juice, apricot, grapefruit juice. Certain dairy products such as milk and yogurt are high in potassium. Low fat or fat-free is best. Some fish contain potassium. Tuna, halibut, halibut, cod, cod, trout, rockfish. Beans or legumes that are high in potassium include lima beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, soybeans, lentils. Other foods that are rich in potassium include salt substitutes. Read labels to check potassium levels. Molasses, nuts, meat and poultry, brown and wild rice, bran cereal, whole wheat bread, and pasta. How much you need. Women should get 2,600 milligrams. 2,600 milligrams. And men should get 3,400 milligrams. 3,400 milligrams of potassium every day. Most Americans don't meet that goal. Your needs might be different if you have kidney disease. Some people with kidney disease should get less potassium than the guidelines. If your kidneys don't work well, too much potassium could stay in your body. For a long time, potassium wasn't listed on the nutrition facts, food labels of packaged foods items. But in May 2016, the nutrition facts rules were changed and potassium will now be listed. Companies will need to update their food labels on or before January 2020. That should make it easier for you to track your potassium intake for better health. Why you need potassium? For starters, it helps your blood pressure. It does this in two different ways. First, with the aid of your kidneys, potassium helps remove extra sodium from your body through your urine. This is a good thing because too much sodium can cause high blood pressure. I'm going to read this again. First, with the aid of your kidneys, potassium helps remove extra sodium from your body through your urine. This is a good thing because too much sodium can cause high blood pressure. Second, potassium helps the walls of your blood vessels to relax or loosen up. When they're too tense or rigid, it can lead to high blood pressure, which can cause heart problems. Getting enough potassium is good for your heart. You also need enough potassium for good muscle health so that your muscles can flex or contract the way they should. And your nerves need potassium so that they can work well. All right, folks, that's it. The lesson is over. Hope you guys enjoy the lesson.